Gentlemen, and welcome to part 2 of WrestleMania Night 1 here on Universe Mode. And it is for the Hardcore Championship to kick off part 2 of Night 1. And ladies and gentlemen, it could be a career-making night for this man. Main event, Jey Uso, the #1 contender for the Hardcore Championship, and look at Jey Uso going it alone here tonight. Of course, throughout the entire road to WrestleMania, Jey Uso has had backup in the form of his twin brother Jimmy Uso and the recently debuting Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. However, Jey Uso wants to prove he deserves to be a singles champion in Universe Mode and win the Hardcore Championship. Only 5 men in Universe Mode history have ever called themselves Hardcore Champion. Jey Uso looking to become the 6th Hardcore Champion in Universe Mode history here at WrestleMania. He defeated Roosh a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown to receive this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity here tonight at WrestleMania. And look at that crowd rile up for the challenger, Jey Uso, one half of the inaugural and longest reigning SmackDown Tag Team Champions in history. Of course, that's the longest championship run in Universe Mode history. Jey Uso looking to step up to the plate here tonight and defeat Mr. Mayhem Wardlow to become a singles champion in Universe Mode. This is a huge opportunity for main event Jey Uso. And here comes the champion, the man who's the first ever World Heavyweight Champion in Universe Mode history and the current and longest reigning Hardcore Champion in Universe Mode history. And I forgot to mention that a couple of days ago it was made official. This match is going to be hardcore rules. No countouts, no disqualifications, anything goes, falls count anywhere. Those are the rules of a hardcore rules match, only fitting of a match for the Hardcore Championship. Wardlow, over half a year ago, defeated Eddie Kingston and Bray Wyatt in a triple threat match on an episode of SmackDown to begin his Hardcore Championship reign. And Wardlow has been reigning supreme as Hardcore Champion ever since. And for a little while, ever since Wardlow lost the World Heavyweight Championship back in the beginning of Universe Mode to Adam Copeland, we didn't think Wardlow would really get another shot at being a top guy on SmackDown. Then he won the Hardcore Championship, and Wardlow has been on top of the mountain ever since, defeating men like Uncle Howdy and defeating all comers for that championship. And you gotta think Wardlow could very well continue that historic reign. It is a real life battle of David versus Goliath here tonight. Can the underdog, Jey Uso, win the Hardcore Championship?
From San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso.
Jey Uso, this is once in a lifetime for this man.
From Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 277 pounds, the Hardcore Champion, Wardlow.
Wardlow standing tall as Hardcore Champion. Both men going it alone here tonight at WrestleMania. And this is what it's all come down to. We've crowned a new champion in Kenny Omega back at part 1. We saw Toni Storm retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. Which one will it be for the Hardcore Championship? First ever hardcore rules match in Universe Mode history. Jey Uso the challenger, Wardlow the champion. Who will become Hardcore Champion, who will walk out rather. Wardlow, Jey Uso here tonight. And Wardlow, of course, oh my God, a super kick. And Wardlow has been dreaming of vanquishing main event Jey Uso. And of course, if you got David versus Goliath, of course, right now the Goliath is decimating David, and Wardlow believes that Jey Uso shouldn't have gotten this opportunity. That really the only person that you had for me is a tag team bitch. Wardlow looking to expose the hype that is main event Jey Uso. Jey Uso has gotten some huge singles wins over the past couple of months, but now Wardlow looking to decimate Uso, making sure he never gets another singles title opportunity again. And Wardlow, look at this, all went to fly. Jey Uso able to avoid it, and you gotta think, of course, Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso have got to be supporting Jey. Jey Uso's fought his ass off these past couple of months to get this opportunity, defeated Roosh to become the #1 contender. Jey Uso back at the Elimination Chamber was very close to becoming #1 contender for the World Heavyweight title, and Wardlow with a shovel to the back. Remember, no disqualifications, falls count anywhere at ringside, cover, hook of the leg, Jey kicks out. Which means no champion's advantage for Wardlow. But Wardlow with the advantage right now. He's got the strength, he's got the size. But Jey needs to use his quickness if he wants any shot at defeating Wardlow and winning that championship here tonight. And Jey just trying to pick apart Wardlow, try to create a little bit of separation. And now Jey, oh, he's got the table, and the fans in Los Angeles are happy. Boom! Wardlow hit hard with that table, and now Jey is fighting back. And Jey, he's been dreaming of this. Jey now, super kick. And Jey said he wanted to go it alone tonight because he wanted to prove that he's a singles champion. He's had a lot of doubters that he can become a singles champion. Jey looking to prove them wrong, going for a cover. Wardlow able to kick out. And Wardlow and Roosh have had a little bit of an alliance over the past couple of weeks as well. Oh, Jey though, stand up 1D on the floor. That's gotta hurt. Wardlow could be feeling the effects. And Jey, oh, bashing Wardlow onto the apron, hardest part of the ring. Wardlow, like he avoided a shot there by Jey, but Jey again trying to dish out the strikes. Oh, no. Wardlow, no. F10, oh God, face first onto the floor, busted wide open. This is WrestleMania. You need to bring your A game. Wardlow viciously beating up Jey. Oh, the spear! The spear out of nowhere. Do we have a new hardcore champion? No. Not yet. Jey Uso almost silenced all of his doubters and achieved his dream. We're getting Fight Forever chants here in Hollywood on what has already become a memorable WrestleMania here on Universe Mode. We got 3 more matches here in Night 1. After this, of course, the SmackDown Tag Team Championships will be on the line. The Dudley Boys against AOP. We're going to see a Texas death match between Cody Rhodes and Braun Breaker in our main event, of course, covered by Wardlow on Jey Uso. Oh, almost it. And our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Eddie Kingston defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Ilya Dragunov. That is going to be one hell of a match. And of course, we broke the news back in part 1 that Adam Copeland, the Rated R superstar, will become the special guest referee in that match. Oh, Wardlow's trying to go for something big. Oh, looks like he's got a bit of a bear hug on Jey Uso. Jey Uso needs to get out of this predicament, and he does. Able to break through the hold, and another spear. A second spear by Jey Uso. Cover. Hook of the leg. Oh my God, Jey Uso is the hardcore champion in Universe Mode.
Here is your winner, and
You have got to be kidding me.
hardcore champion, main event, Jey Uso.
You never bet against the underdog. Jey Uso has finally ended the historic Hardcore Championship reign of Wardlow. Jey Uso is, for the first time ever, a singles champion in Universe Mode history, vanquishing Mr. Mayhem here tonight at WrestleMania in a Hardcore Rules match. What a win for main event Jey Uso, our new WWE Hardcore Champion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a historic night it has already been. We still got so much action still to come in WrestleMania across both nights. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a rivalry to finally come to a head. Two former tag team partners will collide as here comes the first ever undisputed WWE champion, two-time champion, former Raw tag team champion, Cody Rhodes is here, and he's brought the Cody Vader, an entrance befitting of WrestleMania. And Cody Rhodes, this is very personal. Cody Rhodes here at WrestleMania, one of the most successful men in Universe Mode history. Of course, we already mentioned first ever WWE champion in Universe Mode history, more matches than anyone in Universe Mode history. This is perhaps his most personal. Cody Rhodes is here looking to settle the score once and for all.
Is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes was Raw Tag Team Champions with his tag team partner, Braun Breaker. A couple weeks ago on Raw, Braun Breaker finally ended that partnership with the American Nightmare. Vicious attacks on Cody Rhodes and his brother, the Natural Dustin Rhodes. Cody Rhodes looking for revenge here tonight, as here comes his former tag team partner. These guys, former tag champs together. Here comes the badass.
From Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker has been referred to by many as the future of Universe Mode. Braun Breaker, a former two-time United States champion in Universe Mode. He, of course, was also a former Raw Tag Team champion alongside Cody Rhodes. Braun Breaker said he turned his back on Cody Rhodes because he spent so much of his Universe Mode career having Cody Rhodes' back and wasting so much time where he could have been chasing championship gold. He said he could have been undisputed WWE champion by now if he wasn't stuck, quote unquote, protecting the American bitch, Cody Rhodes. Braun Breaker looking to finally put Cody behind him and prove he was the better man of legacy and win this Texas death match. First ever Texas death match in Universe Mode history. And of course, what better way to introduce that match type than with this very personal rivalry between two former friends, two former partners, two former champions, Cody Rhodes, Braun Breaker, here tonight. And of course, you gotta know both these men have been waiting for this opportunity. Cody hitting a side effect, homage to his good friend Matt Hardy, and Braun Breaker, of course, able to get out of that. Cody Rhodes especially has been waiting to get his hands on Braun Breaker. I mean, he got to on WrestleMania Raw, where he teamed up with the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre to take on Braun Breaker and Will Ospreay. Of course, Will Ospreay, Drew McIntyre will collide for the WWE Championship in the main event of Night 2. Braun Breaker now in control of this matchup. And of course, Braun Breaker, this is to prove himself that he deserves more opportunities and that he's no longer a tag team person, no longer a tag team competitor. Braun Breaker after this could go for any championship he wants. And a nice shoulder tackle there by Breaker. Breaker, we've always known, is very dominant. Oh, Cody, disaster kick to Breaker. And you know both these guys just want to beat the living hell out of each other. But right now it's a standard wrestling match. These two men, you got to think, have been up and down the road together these past few months. Competed in some of the biggest matches in Universe Mode history together. And now Cody going for the submission early on. And Braun Breaker able to get out of it. And you got to think Braun Breaker was probably using Cody. Oh, what a suplex. Almost sending Cody all the way across the ring. Cody was barely fazed by that. He no-sold that suplex. And now look at Cody go. You know Cody Rhodes has got to be boiling up inside. That he finally put his trust on somebody in Universe Mode. That man being Braun Breaker. And Braun just put it all away. No, my God, a barbed wire baseball bat. And he's going at Braun Breaker. Barbed wire bat. Of course, used to be Mick Foley's signature weapon. And how the hell is Braun not bleeding all the way from head to toe from those shots? And that's just a slight preview of what a Texas death match is all about. Cody went to twerk on the neck, but Braun Breaker able to avoid it. Very fast-paced is this matchup because these two have wanted to fight ever since Braun Breaker turned his back on the American Nightmare. Of course, those two were still Raw Tag Team Champions at that point. Of course, at WrestleMania Raw, we crowned brand new Raw Tag Team Champions after the belts were vacated. Of course, it was a fatal four-way ladder match. That match was won by Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, good friends of Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks are now the current Raw Tag Team Champions as Cody Rhodes went to go for a Crossroads early spear. Spear by Braun Breaker going for the huge win at WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes able to kick out. And a win over Cody Rhodes for Braun Breaker, whether he goes to Raw or SmackDown in the Universe Mode draft. That would be huge for Braun's singles career. Definitely make him a future world champion. Cody took the bait, and Braun Breaker assaulting Cody with that steel chair. Remember, no countouts, no disqualifications in a Texas death match. And Cody Rhodes now just vicious shots and a clothesline to Braun Breaker. And Cody Rhodes, you gotta think this is revenge for everything that Braun did to him, did to his family, for pretending to be Cody Rhodes' friend, so that way by the time WrestleMania poked around, Braun Breaker turned his back on Cody Rhodes to get this big match. Cody said, Braun, you could have just asked me for this match. You know I could have given it to you. And Braun Breaker looking for the huge win. Into the power slam to Cody. Power slam connects, slight hesitation. Now going into the cover for the big win here tonight. Cody kicks out again. And that was almost it for Braun, and now the straps are down. So Braun was probably thinking Steiner recliner. And of course, those two had that bond. Oh, brain buster by Cody. Those two had that bond that they both came from legendary wrestling families. I mean, Cody Rhodes, of course, legendary Rhodes family. Of course, his father, Dusty, his brother, Dustin. Braun Breaker, of course, part of the Steiner wrestling dynasty with his uncle Scott Steiner and father Rick Steiner, legendary Steiner brothers, former tag team champions in their own right. Braun Breaker into the vicious power slam, and Braun has been controlling Cody Rhodes. Oh, and Cody just one shoulder up. That just goes to show the fatigue that the American Nightmare has to be facing right now. And Cody now into the Russian leg sweep, connects on Braun Breaker. And Cody's got to be thinking, what do I have to do to get back in this matchup? Another disaster kick. We knew this match was going to be physical. We knew it was going to be personal. And Cody now. Crossroads to Breaker. Breaker now bleeding. Here's the cover for the American Nightmare to win at WrestleMania, and he does. Cody Rhodes with the win. Sweet, sweet payback at WrestleMania.
The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes with the huge win, finally getting revenge on the man who turned his back on him, Braun Breaker. And now we turn our attention to the Universe Mode Draft. Cody Rhodes and Braun Breaker both eligible to be drafted in the Universe Mode Draft. They could both stay on Raw. They can both go over to SmackDown, or they can be split, and this could be the last time that they ever share a Universe Mode ring together. Either way, Cody Rhodes, the first ever undisputed Universal Champion, with a huge win over his former tag team partner, Braun Breaker, here at Universe Mode WrestleMania Night 1. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for tables, ladders, and chairs for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, our co-main event of Night 1. And here come the returning Dudley Boys, making their way to the ring in their return match, only befitting of the show of shows, one of the most legendary tag teams in wrestling history.
Combined weight of 595 pounds, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
It was a couple weeks ago on SmackDown where the Dudley Boys returned to Universe Mode and made their intentions crystal clear that they were gunning for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, targeting AOP. And the Dudley Boys looking to become only the fourth team in Universe Mode history to become SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And they look to do that in the match they made famous with the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian years and years ago. The tables, ladders, and chairs match. The Dudley Boys looking to finally become Tag Team Champions in Universe Mode. And the Dudleys look amazing. But if they want to do that, they are going to have to defeat this team who won the tag team championships all the way back at Bad Blood a couple of months ago. As here they are, the tag team champions. You see there, Akam. And that is Razor, of course, led by their leader, Karrion Kross.
Of 620 pounds, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Powers of Pain.
Well, really, they're called the Authors of Pain, as Akam and Razor, of course, this is their first defense of the SmackDown Tag Team Championships in their reign. Of course, the final testament is the stable with Karrion Kross, Paul Ellering, and more, and Scarlett, I should say, Paul Ellering as well as their manager. And AOP have been so dominant since bursting on the scene. They beat the New Day in a tag team Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood to become champions. Now they find themselves in a tag team TLC match here on the show of shows, WrestleMania, and this is do or die for the Authors of Pain. You gotta think, can AOP overcome the pressure and remain SmackDown Tag Team Champions? They didn't enter the ring with the belts because the belts are hanging high above the ring. Of course, no pinfalls, no submissions, no countouts, no disqualifications. The only way to win is to climb the ladder and retrieve the championships. The first man who climbs that ladder and retrieves the belts will win the match for their team, and their team will walk out of WrestleMania, I should say, SmackDown Tag Team Champions. You see there, Karrion Kross chilling at ringside. Maybe Karrion Kross will become a factor in this matchup. We never know. Of course, Karrion Kross not really at all frustrated he is not competing at WrestleMania. It's all about supporting his brethren, AOP. You see there, Bubba Ray and Akam battling out in the corner. Devon and Razor are just colliding in the ring, and these two just trying to find an opening. Devon with a nice forearm. Right now it seems to be the Dudleys getting the early momentum. It's the Dudleys haven't really been teaming up for a little while, but they still are fighting as if they've never stopped. No signs of ring rust for the Dudley boys, and that's what you really got to respect. But it also could be a little bit scary for the Authors of Pain because they are a viable threat to their tag team title reign. And Devon with a nice elbow drop. Meanwhile, Razor taking Bubba Ray, formerly known as Bully Ray, on the apron. And these guys are fighting all around the arena. You see there a table and a ladder already in the ring. See Bubba Ray scaring Karrion Kross away. And Bubba tried to rearrange the table. But Razor bringing Bubba back inside the ring. And Devon with the table. And that's true. Devon get the tables. He just got that table all right. And now both Dudleys in the ring. You see there Karrion Kross trying to get in the ring. Throwing the kendo stick in the ring that could play a factor later. Devon trying to retrieve the championships. And he does. Bubba Ray playing defense. And Devon could grab those tag team titles. Akam and Razor don't even realize it. Devon trying to retrieve the titles. And Razor pushing the ladder away. A power bomb. And I think part of Devon's back hit the ladder. Look at Akam, one arm on Bubba. And now the tag team champs. Of course, they relish in chaos. That's what the final testament is all about. Now Akam hitting Devon with his own signature weapon with the table. Now throwing it right over the fallen body of Devon Dudley. Oh, and again, and Bubba. Nice collider there by Razor. Playing defense for his leader, Karrion Kross. And you gotta think Karrion's loving this. Bubba Ray breaking through the hold. And Devon trying to grab that table again. And Akam with a nice headbutt. As the Dudley boys could have been very close to becoming the fourth SmackDown Tag Team Champions in Universe Mode history. Karrion Kross keeping his cool, staying away from the match, not getting physical. Oh! Razor, though, gut first onto the steel steps. You saw there Bubba Ray Dudley eyeing Karrion Kross. Remember, even if Karrion decided to get involved in this match, it wouldn't matter because there's no disqualifications. Razor face first with that ladder by Bubba Ray Dudley. And Bubba is just showing no shame in what he is doing to AOP here tonight. And Akam now at the ladder. Bubba Ray realizes, oh no, DDT face first on the ladder. That has gotta hurt. I don't care what universe you're from. And you look at this, Karrion Kross removing the buckle pad. I told you he was going to play a factor in this match one way or another, even if he's not going to physically get in the ring and try to cost the Dudleys. Oh, and now Bubba back first onto the ladder from that throw by Razor of AOP. Now, oh, Devon, nice clothesline to Razor from behind. And again, the Dudleys showing that there's absolutely no ring rust. You still see the SmackDown Tag Team titles hanging above the ring. And Bubba Ray breaking that kendo stick across the back of Razor. And it looks like Bubba's going to look for the finish. Well, going for the cutter. Oh, and again, just the frame of Razor. These two AOP 620 pounds of mass destruction combined weight. Oh no, and now Razor heading to the top. This does not look good for Bubba Ray. Oh, knee right to the face from the top turnbuckle. And Razor's laughing about it, blood on his face. If you're not bleeding, you are not giving it your all at WrestleMania. Who would have thought a few months ago that AOP would be the defending champions in the show of shows, let alone the Dudley Boys being on the card. Massive powerbomb to the former TNA World Champion, Bubba Ray Dudley. And again, Razor trying to grab the ladder, trying to set up the ladder, but Bubba Ray, oh, nice neck breaker. Bubba Ray was in the way of the tag team titles. Oh, and I think Devon, oh, and Bubba Ray chest first into the exposed turnbuckle that Karrion Kross removed earlier on in the match. So much action happening in this match. So much action going on. It's going to be a little bit tough to call. Ooh, and Razor a little bit hurt from that exposed turnbuckle as well. Bubba Ray using Karrion Kross's own plans against it. Ooh, nice shot there by Bubba. And now Akam back in the ring. Or Akam, whichever you want to call him. And Akam now the suplex to Bubba. And taking down Devon. Akam almost like a one-man wrecking crew in that ring here at WrestleMania. Trying to grab that ladder. Oh, Devon was going to try to grab the ladder. And now Akam. Spinning last ride. Almost onto the ladder. Now you see there Bubba Ray and Akam. Oh, nice powerbomb there by Bubba on the outside. Now you see Akam. So he tried to set up the ladder, but it wasn't really lined up with the championships. Now the Dudleys going to continue their 2-on-1 assault, saying, don't mess with us. We are going to become the brand new tag team champs. Oh, and Devon now onto that exposed turnbuckle. Bubba Ray trying to defend his partner, trying to defend his brother. And now Bubba. Oh, and Akam. Oh, look at this. Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross distracting Bubba. And now, oh, the lariat. That was what AOP needed. We knew Karrion Kross was going to get involved one way or another. Devon now at the ladder. And now leaning it against the turnbuckle. And Devon. Meanwhile, Razor with a steel chair to both Dudleys. Oh, tried to get both of them. Now Bubba into the Samoan drop. What a tag team championship TLC match that we are seeing here on night one of WrestleMania, our co-main event of this evening. For those tag team titles, Bubba Ray flies, taking out Akam, and Bubba with a nice clothesline, taking down Akam, I believe. No, Razor, sorry. Into the pop-up cutter. Meanwhile, Bubba Ray slowly making the ascent. Make yourself famous. Are we going to get new tag team champions? Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross bringing Bubba back inside the ring. But meanwhile, Devon Dudley. Oh my God. We got new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. You have got to be kidding me.
And the new SmackDown
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sight I never thought we would ever see. The Dudley Boys are the 4th SmackDown Tag Team Champions in Universe Mode history. The Dudleys are safe in the draft. They're staying on SmackDown, and they are the brand new SmackDown Tag Team Champions here on Universe Mode, winning them in the match that they made famous, the Tables, Ladders, and Chairs match. Congratulations to our new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the legendary Dudley Boys. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event of the WrestleMania Night 1. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line in our main event of Night 1. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get to that, we got a special guest referee for this match. Adam Copeland, the man formerly known as Edge, the Rated R superstar, is here to be the special guest referee of this historic WrestleMania main event. Of course, Adam Copeland, a former World Heavyweight Champion in his own right here on Universe Mode. It only made sense for Adam Copeland to become the special guest referee for this matchup in order to be involved in WrestleMania 1 here on Universe Mode. Adam Copeland will call all the shots between Eddie Kingston and Ilya Dragunov, two men that Adam Copeland has history here in Universe Mode, has had battles in the past. Adam Copeland promising to be as impartial as possible, but we do know Adam Copeland not usually a man who is to be trusted. But ladies and gentlemen, here comes the number 1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, the first ever hardcore champion in Universe Mode history, a man who has made it his mission, a man who said it's his destiny. It's prophesized that he is going to become World Heavyweight Champion. Ilya Dragunov is here looking to finally reach the mountaintop of his Universe Mode career. Ilya Dragunov all the way back at all the way back at the Elimination Chamber became the number 1 contender, last eliminating Jey Uso in a 6-man elimination match in order to become number 1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Ilya Dragunov, one of the most successful men in Universe Mode. Ilya Dragunov quickly becoming one of the most popular wrestlers on the SmackDown roster. A man who is held at such a high regard by our SmackDown General Manager Will Ferris, You know, win or lose or draw, Ilya Dragunov will probably want to remain on SmackDown in the draft. But if he wants to really remain on SmackDown, he will have to achieve his destiny and become World Heavyweight Champion. And look at the eyes of Ilya Dragunov. He is ready. He is focused. He is a WrestleMania main eventer. Ilya Dragunov knows he cannot let this opportunity slip through his fingers, because this is truly once in a lifetime. And here comes the World Heavyweight Champion, actually making his first defense of his championship reign. It is the Mad King, Eddie Kingston, who achieved his boyhood dream all the way back at the Royal Rumble, defeating the now current WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre, to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, Eddie Kingston, has been preparing for whomever his WrestleMania opponent was going to be. And that man, of course, being Ilya Dragunov. Of course, Eddie Kingston, also a former 24/7 champion, believe it or not, in his Universe Mode career. Just goes to show how far Eddie Kingston's come. You got to think, in those days when he was on Monday Night Raw, we would have never thought that Eddie Kingston would ever become world champion, let alone being the defending world champion in the main event of WrestleMania. And ladies and gentlemen, it has all come down to this.
The challenger from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds, Ilya Dragunov.
Ilya Dragunov, can he achieve his destiny?
From Yonkers, New York, weighing in at 247 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston making his first title defense ever since winning it at the Royal Rumble. Looking down at that championship, Eddie Kingston knows there is a chance this could be his only defense of that World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, our special guest referee, Adam Copeland, holding that championship high. This is our main event of WrestleMania Night 1. It has all come down to this. Ilya Dragunov, the challenger, Eddie Kingston, the champion. Two men who have huge amounts of respect for one another. Here we go. Our main event of the evening. Ilya Dragunov, Eddie Kingston, World Heavyweight Championship on the line. And Eddie Kingston to start off with a huge knee. And Adam Copeland immediately responding to the cover. And a kick out at 2. Imagine if Eddie immediately got the win from that. That would be a huge, shocking moment in WrestleMania for Eddie Kingston to quickly retain the championship like that. And Eddie, Ilya, of course, shutting that down. Both men very quick. And, of course, they've had a lot of experience with each other this entire road to WrestleMania ever since Ilya Dragunov became the #1 contender. Of course, both men have huge amounts of respect for one another. This is all about may the better man win. To see who the better professional wrestler is and who is more worthy of calling themselves World Heavyweight Champion. Eddie Kingston. Of course, friendship is out the window when it's the main event of WrestleMania. This is the biggest match of your career. Kingston and Dragunov, a lot of history with each other in the indies as well, outside of WWE. This is huge for both of them to wrestle each other in WrestleMania and to have Adam Copeland be the referee for your match. And Ilya Dragunov, huge knee to the world champ Eddie Kingston. Remember, Dragunov cannot win the championship by count out or disqualification. Champion's advantage goes to Eddie Kingston. Even if Dragunov wins the match by countout or disqualification, Eddie Kingston will remain World Heavyweight Champion and will remain on SmackDown in the upcoming Universe Mode draft. And you see there Kingston, oh my god, a little bit of a crossface on the outside of the ring. But both men need to get back inside the ring. Dragunov trying to escape the hold, and he does. Count of 6 by Copeland, and Dragunov bringing Kingston inside the ring. This main event continues. Kingston with a nice punch to the face. Great move by our champion. Here's the cover, hook of the leg of Dragunov, and that was almost it right there for the champion. Of course, there's been a trend throughout the night of new champions. Will that trend continue with Ilya Dragunov? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is it. This was the move that won Kingston the world title, and Dragunov able to avoid it. And Dragunov, of course, this is not a position he's used to. Dragunov, who's constantly been referred to his entire career that he is too small to be a world heavyweight champion. That could change here tonight. Oh, the spinning backfist. Kingston into the cover. Copeland responds. Eddie Kingston has already retained the World Heavyweight Championship.
Here is your winner, and still the World Heavyweight Champion, Eddie Kingston.
The reign continues for our World Heavyweight Champion, Eddie Kingston, making quick work of Ilya Dragunov here tonight at WrestleMania. Ilya Dragunov may have his moment, but that moment was unfortunately not tonight. Eddie Kingston retains the World Heavyweight Championship here tonight at WrestleMania. He is safe in the Universe Mode draft. He will remain on Friday Night SmackDown in the draft. Eddie Kingston still the World Heavyweight Champion here tonight at WrestleMania. What a night one. But ladies and gentlemen, be sure to join us for night 2 of WrestleMania coming sometime this week here on the Willie Does Wrestling YouTube channel. I'm going to run you through the quick card so that way you don't miss a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, to start off the night, we are going to have a battle of best friends turned bitter enemies as Indy Hartwell looks for revenge as she takes on her former best friend, the woman who stabbed her in the back, Candice LeRae. These two former friends of the way now has a huge contest at WrestleMania. Which one of these two women will prove that they are the better woman? We will also have the Women's World Championship, the Raw Women's Championship on the line, actually, as Rhea Ripley will defend the Raw Women's Championship against the Women's Royal Rumble winner, Trish Stratus, WWE Hall of Famer, in what is surely going to be a dream match for the ages. We saw Kenny Omega win the WWE United Kingdom Championship tonight. Will we have a new champion for his buddy, his tag team partner, Switchblade Jay White of the Elite? Will take on the Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor in a battle of Bullet Club leaders. Which one of these two will be the better wrestler as they collide for the Intercontinental Championship? We're also going to have a 6-man ladder match for the United States Championship as MJF will defend the championship in his toughest test yet against 5 of the hungriest competitors of Universe Mode as Bryan Danielson, Sami Zayn, Ethan Page, Kevin Owens, and Chad Gable. Which one of these 6 men will walk out of the first ever WrestleMania United States Champion? A lot of these men being huge underdogs and men hungry for an opportunity that we could very well see a miracle on WrestleMania Night 2. It'll be only the 2nd ever casket match in Universe Mode history as The Undertaker returns from the grave and dons the American Badass look in order to teach the man who says he's a certified future Hall of Famer, Christian Cage, and teach him a lesson of respect. Will The Undertaker earn another win at WrestleMania of his legendary career, or will Christian Cage You have another upset and become the 4th man in professional wrestling history to only the 3rd man in professional wrestling history to defeat the Dead Man at WrestleMania. Well, here comes a man who has defeated The Undertaker at WrestleMania. The Tribal Chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, will take on his family, The Rock, the final boss, in a dream match that people have wanted to see for generations. Roman Reigns looks to prove he is indeed the Tribal Chief and finally shut up his cousin for good. It is Roman Reigns versus The Rock at WrestleMania, no holds barred. And then, of course, our main event. Will Ospreay become the first ever Triple Crown World Champion in Universe Mode history? Former AEW World Champion, former World Heavyweight Champion. The only title he has yet to win is the undisputed WWE Championship. As Will Ospreay, the Royal Rumble winner, looks to achieve a feat no one has and no one ever will accomplish, as Will Ospreay challenges the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre, for the undisputed WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania, with the greatest of all time, John Cena, serving as special guest referee. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to have to conclude night 1 of WrestleMania. If you like it, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload. And until next time, this has been your boy, Willie Does Wrestling. I will see you in the next video. Be good, people, and peace.